The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
Rina Valentin, your Café con Leche and host for Open Friday. We've got a great show here for you today, and well, here's a taste of what's coming up on today's show. First up, laughter is the best medicine in our Open Weekend preview. Then Peter Pan is flying into the Bronx this weekend, and we'll tell you where you can see the famous play brought to life. Then we'll see how acupuncture can really help treat some chronic pain disorders. And after that, stay tuned for Bobby C. and his sports roundup. And in the Open Artist Spotlight, we'll take an open flashback look with one of our saucy songsters. So stay tuned. All that is coming your way because now we are officially open. Good morning. Welcome to Open. I'm Rina Valentin, and well, you know we have a great show lined up for you today, like every Friday, but we're always welcoming you to join in, and you know, we're interested in hearing what you'd like to see as well. You know, this is an interactive show, and we'd like you to send us any comments or suggestions by writing us an email, to open@bronxnet.org, and or by going online to bronxnet.org, and of course by tweeting us because we are social, and that would be at BronxNet TV with 2 T's. And of course you can always tweet me while you're there at Rina Valentin. And as you know, we're on Facebook posting the photos and videos of any episode of Open, so send us some comments right on our wall. You know, we're really interested in hearing from you, so yeah, make this interactive and let us know what's on your mind. All right, and well, we'll collect some of the responses, and then I don't know, maybe we'll review them next week. Sounds cool. Sounds like a plan. All right, so in the meantime, we've got some great activities for everyone in our Open Weekend preview. So here we go. First up, catch the Funny Latino at the Broadway Comedy Club Saturday night. We have Roman Suarez, known as the man with the mustache, will be live at the Broadway Comedy Club Saturday, January 26th at 7 p.m. And the Broadway Comedy Club is located at 318 West 53rd Street in Manhattan. And for more info, you can follow Roman on Twitter at Funny Latino. Next, let your teenager run away to the circus? Well, maybe not forever. It's Teen Circus at the Point. Free classes on trapeze, juggling, flipping, hula hooping, and much more. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:45 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. all the way until June 14th. Wow, that's a nice session. Start them this week. That's happening this week at the Point, and that is located at 940 Garrison Avenue in the Bronx. And for more info, you can find out more by going to thepoint.org. And finally, it's Family Art Project at Wave Hill. Using recycled materials like plastic bottles and juice cartons, learn how to make a bird home or a feeder. Yeah. The event is free and admission to the grounds is free until noon. So make a difference in the lives of some of our feathered friends. And you can check Wave Hill on Saturday. That's January 27th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And Wave Hill is located at 249th Street and Independence Avenue. That's in the Bronx. And for more information, you can check them out by going to wavehill.org. And that is what we have for you today. I'm certainly looking forward to some of those. And, well, Vince, you know, let's move on over to, well, I don't know, the inauguration maybe? Let's have a chat about that. Happy Friday! So you already know, right? You already know what. So let's just share with everybody else. Okay. Do you really think it was that big of a deal that Beyonce pre-recorded her section?
Honestly, I don't think it was that big of a deal. I mean, other people are making a bigger deal out of it. For me, I think that, a professional singer in the freezing cold, I used to live in D.C., she should be allowed to pre-record her segment so she doesn't have to sing out there in the cold for them.
Well, I think really that is like so minimal to everything else that's going on in the world that I can't believe how much news it's gotten and how much people are still talking about it. I mean, look, we're talking about it.
Right. My big thing is that I heard that Republicans are saying that, well, possibly joking, maybe serious, that this will bring a dark shadow over Obama's next 4 years, so he should resign.
Oh my goodness, that is such nonsense.
I thought that was interesting.
That is such nonsense. Why? Because Beyonce's a perfectionist? Whatever.
Because
that's
she
all
wasn't
it
really
is.
singing, I guess.
She's a perfectionist and she operates at a level of excellence. And I totally get it. You know, she wanted to make sure that the execution was sharp and clean.
Exactly. And it sounded pretty good to me. I don't know at what point that it wasn't real singing, but apparently the orchestra had snitched on her and said, hey, we recorded this earlier. So
whatever, here's to another 4 years.
Another 4 years.
President Obama.
2 terms.
And I'm sure we'll be hearing more of Beyonce singing live.
Of course.
All right. What are you doing this weekend?
This weekend,
are you keeping warm?
I'm definitely keeping warm. But like I said, I'm also hosting a wedding show. Just going out in my suit and tie, dressed up to try to impress some brides to hopefully get me to MC their weddings.
Oh, cool. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. MC for the brides-to-be, or the brides, actually, because you're doing the after parties. All right, DJ Vince Bracey in the house. Woo! All right, we do have to take a quick break, but first, we're going to check out, are we going to check out the promo for Rena Gets Lean episode 2? Or maybe it will actually be the episode. Let's take a look. Open Fridays, and my most recent role is that of being a mom to a 2-year-old. With that said, everything else fell to the side. And now I'm trying to restructure my world and hers to transform our lives. Join me on this Bronx Strong initiative as I try out different methods of training and revamp my eating habits to design a healthy lifestyle. Welcome to Rena Gets Lean. So today we're at the St. James Recreational Park kicking off the 2nd annual Bronx Can Initiative, which stands for Changing Attitudes Now, with Senator Gustavo Rivera.
Welcome all, welcome one, and welcome all to the last of this summer Bronx Can Health Initiative.
Normally at the Bronx Can Initiative, they usually have this workout component, which this year it was Pilates. Pilates actually has movement in it. It has yoga stands, but it has movement in those stands. Last year when we did the Bronx Can Initiative, they had Zumba. This year they have Pilates. So we're going to go do some Pilates today. She's not telling us to do this, but I'm feeling the music, so I'm just gonna keep rolling.
Stop the beat, clap the hands, stop the beat, clap the hands, stop the beat.
The DJ was rocking this year at the St. James Recreational, and these guys were up rocking. And just so you guys know, in case you're not aware, I originate from that, okay? I come from original hip hop. I was an up rocker. I forgot it! Really, I know I burnt a few calories just being in that circle doing my up rock thing, being a B-girl back in the day.
Baby!
This is where I started last year, and it was really nice and flattering to have State Senator Gustavo Rivera introduced me in the way that he did.
And also today we are joined by a friend of mine that joined us last year and has spent the last year doing, like many of us, trying to lead a healthier life. And I think she has been able to do that. And I want to give her a chance to talk to us for a few minutes. Please, ladies and gentlemen, whether you are near or far, give it up for my friend, Reina Valentin, la reina del barrio.
And he gave me mad love, man. He shouted me out in a way that I felt like, you know what? Yeah, we're all in this together.
It has been an absolute, roller coaster ride the past year, just trying to find a way to incorporate a healthier lifestyle while being a fairly new mom. I thank you all for contributing and sharing and being here and making it a part of your life.
It was really inspiring to me to inspire everyone else in being real about the fact that even though it's been up and down and it's been a battle and it's been inconsistent, I'm determined, and I hope you're determined too, because basically we're on the road to transforming our lives to lead a healthier lifestyle. Now that I've checked in at the annual Bronx Can Initiative, time to try my swing at some Mommy and Me tennis classes in the next episode of Rena Gets Lean. And welcome back to the studio. And Montefiore Medical Center is one of the premier medical facilities in the Bronx, and they recently opened an acupuncture center to treat chronic pain, nerve, and muscle disorders. We have two acupuncture specialists from Montefiore Medical. With us, we have Dr. Wineapple and Dr. Halstead-Kenny on set to tell us more about this grand opening. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Okay, so first, tell us a little bit about your history with Montefiore Hospital as a doctor, let's say.
Well, I actually go back to Montefiore the first time around actually in 1976 when I was there for 5 years and set up the rehabilitation department at North Central Bronx Hospital. Then there was a gap while I was in other places, and I came back in 1995, where I have remained since then. I'm the clinical director of the rehabilitation medicine department at Montefiore now. And I'm also a professor of rehabilitation medicine at Albert Einstein College of Medicine.
And your relation?
Well, I joined the faculty about 4 years ago. I'm also a physiatrist. I'm an assistant professor at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine. So I do some teaching with the medical students and the residents. And I recently got trained in acupuncture, and I've been very excited to integrate it into the practice that we do, more traditional rehabilitation doctors do.
Now, just share with everyone a little bit about the difference between Eastern medicine and Western medicine, because now you're kind of fusing the two, right?
Yes.
Definitely.
We often call what used to be called alternative medicine has become more frequently spoken of as complementary medicine, because it's used together with, and actually Andrew Weil, one of the great deans of complementary medicine, likes the term integrative medicine, which I also like because it integrates these various non-traditional techniques with the traditional ones.
And so, that being said, acupuncture has now been incorporated into your practice. Now, tell us a little bit about this new clinic that just opened, and maybe share a little bit about why acupuncture was chosen to incorporate this time around.
Well, it was first of all, of course, we had people who had the training. I had done my training somewhat earlier and was using acupuncture in my practice, but with only selected patients. Then another one of our colleagues, Dr. Wang, and then Dr. Halstead-Kenny also were trained and became licensed medical acupuncturists. And we decided that since much of what our practice is treating is patients with pain, spasm, and stiffness, and for all of those conditions, acupuncture is often very helpful modality, we decided we wanted to incorporate it because it would give us another option that is attractive to a number of patients because it is not as invasive as doing medications or doing surgery. And since we saw a lot of patients who we felt who could benefit from it, we started to put it together into an acupuncture program.
Now, this is great. It's great. I'm really excited about this. I don't know if you can see it in my face.
Yeah,
'cause
we are too.
I've actually had acupuncture done,
Great.
so I understand its process. But it's great if you could just share with everyone the ability that it has to kind of move energy and flow.
Well, basically acupuncture is moving energy. So in Chinese terms, that's called qi. We understand it more from a medical perspective as electrons. So we choose one of the meridians that best fits with the patient's current complaint. And also we take into effect them overall, like we call it a biopsychotype. So who you are as a person also affects how we're going to treat you, not just your problem. So using some traditional Chinese techniques like tongue diagnosis, we can try to figure out if there's a deficiency, and then we can build that up with this energy flow. And I was also trained through the Helms Medical Institute to do some more localized treatments, which I always try to incorporate with the overall energy moving treatments. But we can use some more localized treatments to help with very chronic intractable low back pain or arthritis. So we really focus on that area while keeping the whole body and the whole person in mind.
You know, you said something that really sparked with me, and that is who you are as a person. What exactly does this mean? Because now you're actually analyzing the person and how to treat them based on who they are in their character, you're saying?
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, this is more going back to traditional practice of acupuncture through Chinese medicine. But we ask some pretty interesting questions, like what your favorite season is, what your favorite color is, because that does give some insight into maybe where your body is going to break down and how we can bolster you up. Of course, as a physician, we always take into account our medical diagnosis. We want to make sure that we're not missing anything that would be more amenable to more traditional treatments and medications. But a lot of people will come to us, especially in our department, with chronic pain, and we can address it in slightly from a different angle to complement what they've already used to treat their pain.
So what falls under the category of chronic pain? Would sciatica fall under this category?
There are a lot of different places because you choose a place, you can have pain, and it can be coming from many sources. There's pain that comes from the musculoskeletal system, like from the muscles, from the tendons, from the ligaments, then pain that comes from the nerves, so that people who have a neuropathy or who have a pinched nerve in the back, which is producing a symptom of sciatica, and individual nerve injuries that people will have, and depending on where the structure is that is affected, it'll produce a particular kind of effect. So a person with a neck injury or with a pinched nerve in their neck may have headache as a symptom, they may have arm pain as a symptom, they may have neck pain as a symptom.
Now, once you start acupuncture, is it something that you have to continue doing, or is there a period in which you actually go and have this practice done on your body, and then it makes the pain go away, or is it something that you have to do for the rest of your life?
Well, I mean, I don't think people should come expecting a magic cure. It is very individualized. The chronic kind of set-in pain problems that have a lot of psychological components to them, that's obviously going to take a lot longer to address. But usually we do try to do treatments that are closer together, maybe once a week initially. But it's very individualized depending on how the patient responds. And we tailor our practice really to what the patient needs and how involved they want to get. I actually use the ear a lot. You can put needles in the ear. The whole body is represented on the ear, just like people go to reflexologists for the foot and the hand. So some people, just want to start with the ear because they're a little nervous about needles, but you can use the ear as well as the whole body. So it's very individualized.
This is really exciting, And so it just recently opened, and what would you say to anybody who possibly needs or may consider doing acupuncture in visiting Montefiore?
I would say probably that, first of all, if you have a problem of the sort that we treat as rehabilitation professionals, and you either would like to try acupuncture as one option, or you have tried other treatments that have not been successful, consider having your doctor refer you. There are very few situations where you shouldn't use acupuncture. It's not dangerous. It doesn't have the kind of side effects associated with medications or with injections of steroids. And also, you have to look for some specific diseases that we don't necessarily treat. We don't treat more systemic problems. For example, you can use acupuncture to treat asthma, gastrointestinal problems, many other problems like that. We don't typically do that in our practice because we don't normally treat asthma. We're not pulmonary specialists. But if you have a problem that involves pain in your body, stiffness, arthritis, neuropathy, and many such conditions, it is a very useful potential treatment that can be used either instead of or in addition to the usual treatments.
In the rehabilitation process.
Yes.
Yes. Great. Thank you so much. And lastly, where can they obtain more information before we go?
Well, you've given them your number, right?
Yes. In fact, once the phone has been ringing off the hook, and one of the things that I've had to do is I like to answer the calls myself.
Really?
And
That's
people,
nice.
well, because
He's very informative,
the secretaries can give information, but they can only give so much information, and in some cases, it may just simply not be practical. Talking about the actual person. In rehab, we're always thinking about the actual person. So one person referred to me, and when I found out that they worked down in Lower Manhattan and they were working from 8 until 5 in the afternoon, I said, look, you're going to have to lose half your day to be able to come up to get therapy, get acupuncture here. Let's see if we can find you a practitioner there. I mean, that's part of looking at their lifestyle.
Nice. So what's the number?
Well, there's two numbers. For Montefiore, the number is 718-920-4938. And for 1500 Blondell Avenue, where you are,
Yes,
Jennifer?
I practice at 1500 Blondell Avenue. That is 718-405-8410.
8410. Great. Thank you both. Dr. Wineapple.
Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Halstead-Kenny and Dr. Wineapple. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, great. Thank you to Montefiore, and once again to Dr. Wineapple and Dr. Halstead-Kenny for their fabulous insight with the new acupuncture center. People, that's right. And for more on acupuncture, you can go to montefiore.org or you can call 718-920-4928 and or 4938 and or 718-405-8410. All right, we have to take a quick break, but when we return, we're going to hear about a wonderful production coming to the Bronx. But first, let's take a look at the Outstanding Service Awards for the 4+44.
Today, it's a great day because we get to recognize the individuals who keep you and I safe on a daily basis in our community. And we commend you for making those sacrifices and that commitment to make sure we travel to and from home and even at home are safe.
Today we are celebrating our annual 4+44 event. It's an event that started back in 1999 where the board felt that they needed to honor outstanding service by our New York City Police Department, our local precinct. And in 2011, we decided to incorporate our local firefighters into the program as well.
Recognition from the community is something that they were very proud of. We always give 100% every time we come to work, even though some of the guys aren't even from this neighborhood.
Here in the Bronx, the reality is that on a daily basis, men and women from the fire department and from the police department continue to make the Bronx a better place.
I remember how much you said you liked wine. Oh.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
Coming home can be hard if you're a veteran of Iraq or Afghanistan. You may feel like you're all alone. But you're not alone. At IAVA.org, your fellow vets are all around you. Join our free online community, get the resources you need, and connect to other vets who know where you're coming from. IAVA.org. We've got your back.
This is so cool, Dad. Awesome. This is so cool, Dad.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
Did you find the flashlight and the batteries?
Yes.
Did you make sure we're not missing anything in the first aid kit?
Yep.
Did you go through the plan with the kids again?
Yes.
The more you prepare today, the more you'll be able to reduce the devastating effects of a tornado, an earthquake, a power outage, or any other disaster.
So here are the keys. Congratulations, it's officially yours. I'm sure you'll have many happy years here. Except for you, because you'll be gone 3 years from now, struck down by the same disease that got your father. So you won't be around for them. And sadly, it could have been detected early with a simple test, but you didn't have it. Okay, who wants to check out the backyard?
For a list of tests every man should have, go to ahrq.gov.
Be free. Nice, Dad. Nice, Dad. Nice.
Charles!
Nice, Dad.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did. Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
Hi, welcome back to Open. Rina Valentin here, and well, everyone's favorite boy who refuses to grow up is back on stage in the Bronx. Peter Pan, of course, the musical is headed to the Lovinger Theater stage this weekend, courtesy of Riverdale's Children's Theater. And we've got Becky Lily Woods, artistic director, on the phone to tell us what to expect. Becky?
Hi, Rena. How are you?
Good. How are you? Happy New Year.
Great. So, yes, Peter Pan, we have 3 more shows this weekend.
You have 3 more shows this weekend. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your presentation with the, rather we should say Riverdale Theater style.
It's pretty amazing, Rena. Peter Pan is one of my favorite shows. It has beautiful music and it's such a great story. Our show features 60 children in 2nd through 8th grade, mostly from the Bronx, a few from Manhattan and Westchester. And it also features 3 professional adult actors playing the roles of Captain Hook, Mrs. Darling, and Smee, Captain Hook's sidekick. And we're also featuring the Celia Cruz High School Orchestra, 24-piece orchestra. And I'm not stopping yet. We are also featuring the flying effects from Flying by Foy. So we have the kids flying all over the stage. Flying by Foy is a company that comes in and flies in Peter Pan shows all over the country, on Broadway, the national tour. So it's very, very exciting.
Oh my goodness, Becky, it sounds like you have a cast of 100 people.
There's a lot of people. When we order pizza, there's a lot of pizza to order.
Okay, so, and then you have kids flying all over the place?
Yes, it's so exciting. You have to come.
It sounds
amazing.
exciting. I want to fly.
I think your daughter would love it. They have special harnesses that they put on the kids and wires, and And in the Levenger Theater, which is such a beautiful space, they're playing very high, and it's really exciting for the kids and for the audience.
Oh my goodness, we're looking at images of it and it looks so colorful. Becky, how long did it take for you guys to put this production up?
Well, we've been working for about 3 months, since September, so actually almost 4 months now. With the kids, we rehearse 2 to 3 times a week, and then in the last 2 weeks we start rehearsing, almost every day to get everything ready. But the kids are amazing, so talented, so much energy, and the show is just beautiful. We had 3 shows last weekend, and the audiences just absolutely loved it. So we're very excited to see, what's going to happen this weekend.
Yeah, well, we're very excited for you. And, just because you have 60, wow, I'm still taken by the fact that you have 60 performers. 60 children, that is.
Yes.
Not including the adults who are playing the other roles. And I know you have like mottos in which you actually are enforce or actually teach these kids in the actual theater process. And to teach it to like 60 at one time, that takes something. I mean, how many directors do you have?
It is challenging. We have a very big staff. I mean, for Peter Pan, I have 2 assistant directors who are both wonderful. We have a choreographer. We have a musical director who teaches all the music. We also have, for the specialty of this show, we have a flying director who, is in charge of all of the flying. But it is a big staff. And, of course, once we come to the Levenger, we have the amazing staff at Lehman Stages who helps us put it all together. And I know you mentioned, the things that we teach the kids. They learn. The show is very professional, so we teach them all about, being in a professional performance. But, one of our main things is also how they treat each other, and we try to teach them to always be kind to each other, and that's one of our main things that we work on as well.
I'm reading your mottos, and they're just so lovely. It's the commitment to kindness, to be kind to each other, to be kind to the space, to be positive, to put down put downs, honor differences. These are beautiful things that you're teaching these kids.
We think so. I mean, it's really important to us. We find that, so often, nowadays, with the bullying that we hear about and we experience, that we find that if you just remind children, they want to do the right thing. But I think it's really important that wherever they are, the schools they're at or the communities that they're involved in, help them to know when they're not maybe doing the things that they probably want to do deep down inside. And so we make that a real priority because it's very important to us. And we find the kids are really receptive to it. Especially, I think sometimes they need those rules, to say, this is what we believe in, and we expect you to follow these rules. And I think the rules really help them, actually spelling it out for them.
Yes, setting up a structure. And on top of that, affirmation is definitely the way to go. Part of the issue with kids nowadays is that, they get the attention when they do something wrong. Now giving them the attention because they're actually doing it right or affirming that they're following instructions is definitely the way to go. So congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, and congratulations on this Peter Pan performance, which has 3 more. The Levenger Theater, what are the times?
Yes, we have 1 show tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, and then we have 2 shows on Sunday at 2 o'clock and also at 6 o'clock. We're encouraging people to either come to the Saturday evening show or the Sunday evening show. The Sunday matinee is nearly sold out already, so we don't want kids to be disappointed. We also are inviting children to come dressed as their favorite Peter Pan character. It could be a fairy, a mermaid, a pirate, Peter himself, and they get a free gift. We have glow-in-the-dark wands and swords that are being given out to kids who come in costume. So it's really a great event. A lot of fun for the whole family.
This sounds so lovely. And the fact that you guys execute at such a professional level. I mean, congratulations on this final weekend. For those who are just tuning in, we're talking about Peter Pan right here at the Levenger Theater. We're just on the phone with Becky, Lily Woods, and she's suggesting that you actually seek tickets for either the Saturday night performance or the Sunday night performance. Is there anything else you want to say before we go?
And if they do want to get tickets, they are available on our website, which is www.riverdaletheater.org.
All right. Well, once again, Becky, Happy New Year's, and thank you for all that you're doing. And it's a beautiful thing when you do what you love and you're actually moving it to the next generation.
It is, Rena. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right. So once again, thank you to Becky Lily Woods, and the performances will be at the Levenger Theater located at Lehman College at 250 Bedford Park, and that's happening here in the Bronx tomorrow 8 p.m. and Sunday at 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. And once again, for tickets, you can visit riverdaletheater.org. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back with Bobby C's Sports Roundup. But before that, let's look at Circa 95's recent gallery showing. BronxNet reporter Isa Maris Rivera was there. Let's take a look.
We're here in Pregones Theater, where Bronxites are ready to celebrate Las Octavitas with an evening of hip-hop culture and soul. Let's check it out. The evening began with Beat Boys breakdancing. This performance was followed by the unique-sounding voice of vocalist Lus.
We don't have a lot of things like this going on in our community. Like, I'm pretty sure people they don't really know about places like this where they could come and check out performances. So I feel like the more we do events like these, it'll bring more awareness that hip-hop is alive. It's still alive in the Bronx.
Later, the audience was introduced to young lyricist YC the Cynic.
I'm an MC, I'm a songwriter, I'm a teaching artist. I think any event where we're bringing the community together is amazing. Anything where we're together and enjoying something, one thing all together is amazing for the community.
Rebel Diaz, a crowd favorite, gave an energetic performance that had the crowd cheering for more.
When you put Rebel and Diaz together in Spanish, it's the word rebeldías, which is many rebellions. You know what I mean? We believe that hip-hop culture is music and a culture namely of resistance. The work that we do represents that resistance on an everyday basis, whether it's us taking over a building and turning it into a community center.
This group of young artists knows the importance of giving back to their community. They often set up workshops in order to teach the youth about music and how to keep this art form alive.
Well, for us, it's all about creating these type of spaces, wherever it may be. We have a media center, the Nuestra América Media Center, which is the idea is to train young people in media literacy, talking about creating those spaces and creating those spaces for education and entertainment as well, and leading to liberation for our people.
Hip-hop culture is not just about the music. It's also about art and community. It's a lifestyle. We spoke to Circa 95's Patty Dukes and Ref Star about their music and the true meaning of hip-hop culture.
I think that the Bronx is such a beautiful place, and we can make it so much better if each person took responsibility for their neighborhood and block.
Everything we do, hip-hop comes out of it, from the music to the art to just how we communicate on a daily basis. And it's a great opportunity to be out here with Pregones Theater, with all the folks from the community that showed out for Circa 95 to show support.
I want to see the Bronx just really coming back with some beauty and nature and beautiful people.
If you enjoy hip-hop culture and urban art, be sure to follow these rising stars and support the art from your community. This is Isa Maris Rivera reporting for BronxNet.
Hey there, hockey fans. This is Bobby C reporting from Madison Square Garden, where the NHL is back. And after Wednesday night's win and a Marian Gaborik hat trick, the New York Rangers, the Broadway Blue Shirts, are off and running. After opening the season with losses to Boston and Pittsburgh, including a rough defeat in Sunday's home opener to the Penguins, the Rangers got back on track Wednesday night in another Original Six matchup with the Bruins. This time, Marian Gaborik and the Blue Shirts would have the final say. Gaborik delivered a hat trick 27 seconds into OT for a memorable 4-3 victory.
I just try to go game by game, and this was a very big win for us after two losses previous two games. We needed this win badly, and we're very happy we got it.
The frontline trio of Gaborik, Brad Richards, and prized off-season acquisition Rick Nash keyed the win, with Richards and Nash adding assists on the evening.
You have a time frame for where you feel it'll come together and be more comfortable with everything?
I wish. That'd be nice. No, we're just back to work tomorrow. We'll see some video and talk things over and get right back at it.
Yeah, it was great. It opened up a lot of room. Gabby had a great game. Richie was finding us, so it was a fun night.
Despite a pair of blown leads, the defense looked better, and the Blue Shirts seemed to feed off the energy of the Garden crowd, whose fans are delighted to have hockey back on ice.
We try to feed off them as best we can. They're letting us know when we're struggling out there, and we got to know that. We got to be better for them, and when we're playing well and they're behind us, there's really nothing better. When the crowd's cheering after a big hit or a big goal or a big save, I think that's really going to help us throughout the rest of the year here.
You're just trying to get more each game, and hopefully we can keep on trying to squeak out some wins and grab points until we get to where we're comfortable that we think we're playing more consistent.
Unfortunately, the Rangers could not keep things rolling last night in Philadelphia despite another strong defensive performance. The Blue Shirts allowed only a pair of goals, but that would be enough for the Flyers, who won 2-1, earning their first win of the season. Philly avoided not only its first 0-4 start in team history, but also topped the Rangers for the first time in 2 seasons. The Rangers had defeated the Flyers in all 6 games last year, including a win in the Winter Classic. Hockey fans, get used to the quick turnaround. That's the story when you play 48 games in 99 days. The Rangers will be home Saturday, Tuesday, and Thursday of next week, starting tomorrow against the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Blue Shirts got back to work on the ice and in the community. The Rangers and the Garden of Dreams Foundation wrapped up their Power Players program last Friday with a special street hockey tournament in the Bronx. The 6-week program culminated with 100 children from the Garden of Dreams partner organizations, Harlem Dowling, Children's Aid Society, and WETCO coming together for a celebration. Rangers legends Ron Gilbert, Adam Graves, and Ron Greschner were on site to assist at PS 218 on Girard Avenue in the South Bronx. Nice job by the Blue Shirts. Staying with hockey and touching on the other locals, the New York Islanders down Toronto 7-4 last night. The Isles are 2-1 over 3 games. They skate in Boston tonight. Meanwhile, the New Jersey Devils are 2-0 and will be home tonight in Newark for Washington before traveling to Montreal on Sunday. The marquee matchup from Thursday night's action takes us to the NBA, where the New York Knicks were in Boston for a rematch with their longtime rival, the Boston Celtics, and all eyes were on Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Garnett. This time, Anthony let his play do the talking, facing off against KG for the first time since he was suspended 1 game for his post-game confrontation with the Celtics big man on January 7th. Anthony poured in a game-high 28 points, adding 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. In the New York Knicks' 89-86 victory over the Seas, it is the first win for the Knicks in Boston in 6 years. The Orange and Blue will be at Philadelphia on Saturday and home for Atlanta on Sunday night at the Garden. The All-Star reserves were announced yesterday, and Knicks big man Tyson Chandler is among the East reserves. He will join starter and Knicks teammate Carmelo Anthony in Houston for the big game on Sunday, February 17th. Talk about all-star snubs, though. Brooklyn Nets' Darren Williams, Joe Johnson, and Brook Lopez were all left off the all-star team. The Nets are 26-16 to date, right on the tails of the Knicks in the Atlantic Division. They have been as much the story through the first half of the season as the Knicks, especially since making a change at head coach with P.J. Carlesimo leading the way. The Nets will be in Memphis tonight and Houston tomorrow before returning to the BK Monday night to host the Orlando Magic. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. The Baltimore Ravens took care of the New England Patriots, and the San Francisco 49ers dismissed the top-seeded Atlanta Falcons last weekend, and the two are now off to the Super Bowl in New Orleans 2 weekends from now. The Harbaugh coaching brothers will now take center stage. I had called for a Manning Bowl, but it looks like we'll have to roll with the Har Bowl, the Super Bowl. The NFL will take a postseason break this Sunday for the Pro Bowl in Hawaii with some injuries. New York Giants quarterback Eli Manning has been added to the roster. As reported last week, the New York Jets did indeed move forward with the rumored John Idzik hire. The new GM was formally introduced by the media this week and remains optimistic that the organization has the right pieces in place to return to Super Bowl contention. Also from Jets camp, it appears that the organization might be open to trading star defensive player Darrelle Revis. It won't be long before Revis is up for free agency, and Gang Green seems to think that they might not be able to sign him. The trade talk has left Revis speechless. Well, sort of. Rivas hopped on Twitter and said, "I'm speechless by far, but more importantly, I feel more upset for Jet Nation for having to go through this," he tweeted. On the baseball diamond, the Bronx Bombers balked at the prospects of veteran pitcher Andy Pettitte towing the rubber in the upcoming World Baseball Classic in March. The Yanks would prefer that Andy only wear the pinstripes this season. Derek Jeter, who rarely makes any non-baseball news, made some interesting comments this week while in Switzerland for a promotional appearance for PepsiCo. Jeter is concerned about our climate after seeing the havoc that Hurricane Sandy wreaked here in New York. He told reporters on his trip that the climate is something that needs to be addressed. Derek Jeter, Captain Planet, to the rescue. Locally, the Fordham men's basketball team will continue the home portion of their Atlantic 10 schedule Saturday afternoon when the Rams host the University of Rhode Island at 1 p.m. It's Hall of Fame Day at Rose Hill. Go to FordhamSports.com for more. And from the tennis world, Andy Murray has finally beaten Roger Federer at a Grand Slam. The U.S. Open champion stayed in the hunt for a second consecutive major title with a win over the 17-time Grand Slam champion at the Australian Open this morning. Murray will now play defending champion and top-seeded Novak Djokovic in the final. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for a quick thought on the upcoming Super Bowl. I'll tell you, this NFL postseason has been an amazing ride and certainly an unpredictable one. Gearing up for my annual Super Bowl pick next Friday, and although I'm leaning towards picking the Baltimore Ravens and local standout Ray Rice, I would like to hear from you folks at home. Consider this a lifeline of sorts before I make my prediction. Reach out to me on Twitter at The Voice, Bobby C, and tell me why and who you think will be king on Super Bowl Sunday. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this.
For you. Hey, Mom.
You know, girls, I used to cheer back in my day. Ready? Okay! Go team!
That was amazing. Mom, that was amazing.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
The magical thing about using energy wisely is that anyone can do it. Turn off lights. Use energy-saving light bulbs. And turn off computers and game systems when not in use. Make a change and we can really fly. Grab a grown-up and go online to energy.gov/kids. We can all be energy savers. It's easy. Turn off lights. Use energy-saving light bulbs. And turn off electronics and appliances when not in use. Make a change and we can really fly. Learn more at energy.gov/kids.
Hands can do incredible things. Now they can even help save a life with hands-only CPR. If you see an adult suddenly collapse, just call 911, then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. Learn more at handsonlycpr.org.
There is also a very attractive extended warranty option that includes free service and parts for the next 5 years. But there's no need for you to get that. You failed to get the test you needed at the doctor that would have detected disease early enough where it could have been treated. So you won't be around in 2 years to see him grow up, which means the warranty would be useless. Okay, sign here, please.
For a list of tests every man should have, go to ahrq.gov.
Hello, welcome back. Next up, we're going to take a look back at Fiery Singer, who graced the open stage in 2011. born in Connecticut and grew up attracted to show business. She developed a passion for fashion and design and dreamed of graduating from college. She sung on some of the most important states in the United States, in some of the most important states in the United States and all over the globe, okay? She's global. That's right. Please welcome to the show, Anaika! I got the name right. Yay!
Tú eres quien calma mi sed, mi vida entera eres tú, eres mi sueño hecho realidad. Cuando me tocas, me vuelves loca, lo mejor de mí eres tú, porque nadie me lo hace como tú. No one loves me like you do, nadie me lo hace como tú. No one loves me like you do. Y esta noche eres mío. Quiero que sientas mi cuerpo vibrar. Que esta noche eres mío. I wanna feel your body close to mine. Y esta noche eres mío. Quiero que sientas mi cuerpo vibrar. Que esta noche eres mío. I wanna feel your body close to mine. I like that. I like that. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, y esta noche eres mío. Quiero que sientas mi cuerpo vibrar. Que esta noche eres mío. I wanna feel your body close to mine. Que esta noche eres mío. Quiero que sientas mi cuerpo vibrar. Que esta noche eres mío. I wanna feel your body close to mine. Tienes algo en tu mirada que me tiene enamorada y no puedo resistir estar sin ti. Tienes algo en tu mirada que me tiene enamorada, cada día más y más, te deseo más y más. Y es que nadie me lo hace como tú. No one loves me like you do. Nadie me lo hace como tú. No one loves me like you do. Y esta noche eres mío. Quiero que sientas mi cuerpo vibrar. Que esta noche eres mío. I wanna feel your body close to mine. Y esta noche eres mío. Quiero que sientas mi cuerpo vibrar. Que esta noche eres mío. I wanna feel your body close to mine. Que esta noche eres mío, mío, mío. Oh, 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 oh. Hazme vibrar. Oh. Me, oh, oh, 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 me, oh, oh. Thank you.
Yes, give it up. I'm never going to forget her name now. Anaika. Anaika. I got it, I got it, I got it. Beautiful, all right. And you're going to be performing, right?
I will be performing. Thank you to Beso Lounge for sponsoring my talent. And also just refreshing everyone's memory for those who don't remember me. I used to sing Huele General. I was the one that was singing, no lo trates, no. Nice. No me trates de engañar. just to get a little taste. But yeah, I will be there, and I will also be at the after party. I'll probably surprise you with a little performance. You never know. But at Beso Lounge, you never know. You always have a blast there. And this is my new single I'm promoting. Esta Noche Eres Mío. As you notice, I put a little Spanglish in there.
Nice.
You know, because I'm born in even though Connecticut, but I was raised in New York for the most part.
Right.
And so anyway, so I'm just excited about Saturday, and it's actually my first time performing in the Bronx, so I am like really excited and looking forward to that. So you people better come out and support the talent.
That's right, support. The actual festival is happening tomorrow,
That's
September
right.
24th. It starts at noon, right?
Yes, it does.
It starts at noon, and it's like filled with all this lovely talent, including.
In case you want to see me, I'll be up like around 2:50. I was told, if everything goes in order, right? You never know with these festivals.
Yes,
right?
yes. Well, we hope that they're on time. However,
definitely.
if people wanted to get a hold of your music online, where would they
Yes,
do
you
so?
could also find me on YouTube. Just put down Anaika and ANAYKA, and my new single is Anoche Eres Mío, and also at Facebook Anaika NY, and also AnaikaNY.com. That's my website.
Beautiful. Thank you,
Thank
Anaika.
you.
Thank you for the CD.
Thank you so much.
All right, we want to thank Anaika for gracing us with her. Esta noche eres mío. I know, I'm not Anaika. I love it. And welcome back to the studio. I'm laughing because I distinctly remember going, Esta noche eres mío. That was a great flashback. I hope you enjoyed it. That is all the time we have for today's show. We'd love to thank all of our guests for coming through, and of course to you, our viewers, for tuning in. And if you missed any part of the show, the Recablecast happens tonight at 5 and 10 p.m. and throughout the weekend. And well, remember to follow us online. You can send us a message or two or three at, excuse me, by going to bronxnet.org. And of course, we're on Facebook. So we're Facebook Open Television, and online. On Twitter, we're at BronxNet TV with 2 T's, and I'm at Rena Valentine. We are social people, and obviously we are very interested in having you join in on the conversation, so send us a tweet. We want to hear from you. All right, once again, I'm Rena Valentine, and from all of us here at Open, may the universe provide peace, prosperity, and love. Mwah. Adios. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay warm.
Hey, how's it going?
Sir, are you okay?
What? Oh, this? It's probably nothing. I'm sure it'll go away.
Go away? But sir, that can't be good.
No, it's cool. Really.
Do you want a napkin or something?
Everything's fine. Thanks.
You wouldn't ignore this. So why ignore the signs of a stroke? At the first warning signs, call 911 immediately. Because time lost is brain lost.
There is also a very attractive extended warranty option that includes free service and parts for the next 5 years. But there's no need for you to get that. You failed to get the test you needed at the doctor that would have detected disease early enough where it could have been treated. So you won't be around in 2 years to see him grow up, which means the warranty would be useless. Okay, sign here, please.
For a list of tests every man should have, go to ahrq.gov.
Did you find the flashlight and the batteries?
Yes.
Did you make sure we're not missing anything in the first aid kit?
Yup.
Did you go through the plan with the kids again?
Yes.
The more you prepare today, the more you'll be able to reduce the devastating effects of a tornado, an earthquake, a power outage, or any other disaster.